warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for coming our presentation. Before starting our presentation, let me introduce ourselves. I am Rahma Cahyani, and here is my partner, Evi Lestari, Eti Nurhajiza, Hani Mariam, and the last Sindy Permatasari. Well, okay my friend, in this presentation, we are going to discuss about Japanese economy.
Japan economy. Japan is one of the developed countries that has the largest economy in the world, ranking third after the United States, US, and China. In its economic system, Japan adheres to a mixed economic system, namely a free market system, and is industrialized like other developed countries. From an economic point of view, Japan is one of the most developed countries in the world. GDP, gross domestic product, (i.e., the value of all goods and services produced in Japan in a year, is the second highest in the world, and Japanese brands such as Toyota, Sony, Fujifilm, and Panasonic are well known worldwide. Japanese economic advantage factors. Several factors that make it more advanced. First, hard work. The Japanese are known to have a high work ethic. The people factor is one of the determinants. Japanese citizens who are always eager to work because of the principle in work such as ikigai, kaizen, keishan, Meiji Kokan, Ganbate, and Bushido. Second, advance in technology. This technological development makes it easier for the cherry country to produce many products. It's not only applied to the product but is part of the process of making the product it's great. Service sector. 3/4 of Japan's total economic income comes from the service sector. The main industries of the service sector in Japan are banking, insurance, real estate, retail, transportation, and telecommunication. Mitsubishi UFJ, Mizuho, NTT, TEPCO, Nomura, Mitsubishi Estate, Tokyo Marine, Japan Railway, 7&I, and Japan Airlines are the names of Japanese companies that are among the world's largest companies. The Japanese government policy during Prime Minister Junichiro Koizumi tenure was to privatize the Japan Post. The six main keiretsu groups consist of Mitsubishi, Sumitomo, Fuyo, Mitsui, Daiichi Kangyo, and Sanwa. A total of 326 Japanese companies were on the Forbes Global 2000 list, or 16.3% of the total companies on the Forbes Global 2000 list in 2006. Japan's GDP per capita was reported at 40.165.158 USD in 2020. This record is down from the previous record of 40.809.805 USD for 2019. Japan's GDP per capita data is updated yearly, with an average of 24.144.300 and 41 USD from 1957 to 2020, with 64 observations. This data reached a height of 49.185.555 USD in 2012 and a record low of 331.350 USD and 1957.
Okay, I will explain about the picture. Japan's nominal GDP was reported at 1,318.8 USD in December 2020. This record is up from the previous 1,269.1 USD or September 2020. Japan's nominal GDP data is updated quarterly, averaging 723.6 USD from March 1957 to December 2020. With 256 observations, the data hit a record high of 1,616.8 USD in December 2011 and a record low of 7.0 USD in March 1957. Okay, next will be continued by Rahma Cahyani.
Okay, the last explanation about Japan's real GDP figures. Japan's real GDP growth was reported at -1.3% in December 2020. This record is up from previous -5.8% for September 2020. Japan's real GDP growth data is updated quarterly, averaging 3.2% from March on 1956 to December 2020, with 260 observations. The data reserved a hike of 16.6% in March 1960 and a record low of -10.4% in December 1979. Thank you. Well, that is the end of our presentation. Sorry if there are many mistakes. To Allah we ask forgiveness. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.